Okay, hopefully I'll be live in few minutes. No, few seconds. Yes, looks like I am live. Yeah. Okay. So first thing first, um, last stream we did work on this account factory and testing the account factory. So we are gonna continue that testing. Today we want to write like integration test and see if our entry point creates the account contract that we want to deploy. So we can put a new file there, say account factory integration.t.sol, rename, let's say account factory integration test.t.sol. Sorry, 0.24. Go down, let's create the contract. What's the name? Like, what is the name that we have given? Same as the file. So it'll be okay. Let me reset the timer. Yeah, now timer is reset. We'll do it for next hour, let's say. Okay, so account factory integration test dot t dots, sorry, is test. Now we want to import test from forge std slash test dot sol. First function will be setup public. Yeah, now we want to create few things. First is simple account variable. No, we don't need simple account variable. We need entry point, that's for sure. Then account factory. Okay, for simple account, we saw here where account factory test. Yes, here we don't need. Uh, am I pointing to correct wrong thing? No, I'm not. We don't need a simple account. It will just create it, and then we can test if we can call that account created account, and we get the correct. We can call the entry point function of that account and see if we get the correct address. So let's let's create the entry point. Now first we need to import it. Import entry point from source slash core slash entry point dot sol. Then import what else we need? Account factory. Account factory source slash sample slash account factory dot sol. import what simple account. I'm sure we don't need it, but there is no harm in actually importing it. So let's import that simple account dot soul. We need packed user operation, packed user operation from source slash core slash packed user operation dot soul. And no, that's not the file. Or is, yeah, it is. Am I writing? Oh, it's in the interfaces. Okay, so we have all of our things. Let's initialize. No, let's define the entry point, or at least create the state variable. Entry point, now account factory. Okay, equal to what? New entry point. Then we need to call, then we'll assign account factory. So we need to create the account factory, but what does it take? That's the question. Oh, there is no constructor, so it doesn't take anything as a constructor argument. Function test entry point creates account from account factory public. Let's define the steps first. First, we want to create variables for owner. What else? We have we have owner, then salt. Yeah, we also need salt, right? So those two. Then create packed user operation. Third, call entry point. Yeah, so let's create bundler with some balance, some eth balance. Okay, entry point. What we have the entry point, so it will create. Entry point doesn't return anything, right? So what happens when, let's go to entry point, handle ops, handle ops. Okay, here it does this thing, then execute. Okay, for this, who pays for the gas? That's the question, because what we can do is we can get the address beforehand, then increase the deposit. But if not, then I'm not sure like who will pay for it. Let's try to do that. So execute, it'll go here, right? Execute user op. It'll check what's happening. Let's search for init code. Init code. Create sender if needed. We check if this is a init code must return sender. Okay, we are doing that. No. Is it init code return sender? What does that mean? Oh, account deployed. Yeah, we can capture this. We have the user operation hash. Have we have this? Do we have the sender? Create sender smart contract. If init code provided. If init code is provided. M user op. Okay, got it. So yeah, in this first field, we need to give an address of the contract. So from that, it's taking this. Then we are doing this. Create sender. So this thing is getting called. Okay, I understand that. Let's go here. Factory. First 20 bytes is factory, and then the function call. I understand. First it checks it's not 0 address. Then it checks sender 1 is not equal to sender. Okay, yeah. So it should be same. And then init code must create sender. Code length equal to 0. Okay, so that's a smart contract. So that's why the code length won't be 0, and we won't get that particular thing, particular error. Okay, so and we can check account deployed, event is emitted, user operation hash we know, sender we know because we can pre-compute it, factory we know, and paymaster. Okay, we don't need the paymaster. I'm pretty sure, because in this whole scenario, let's go here where this is getting called references. Validate. Okay, let's go here. Line 2 won't be tested. Line won't be tested. Okay, so it creates it. If missing account fund, if equal to 0, check balance of send. Yeah, so what we can do this with paymaster, but instead much simpler way for us right now is to create the compute the address first, get the address, increase the deposit of that address, and then uh, test test the test if user of pass like executes correctly. So let's go back here. Uh, check if account deployed event is emitted. Okay, if that's not emitted, then we'll see what to do. But we know that that's the event, this one. This event should be emitted here. Let's copy the whole thing so we remember. Okay, what else? What else? Uh, the steps in between, which is get sender. Let's put this up. Number 2, number 3, number 2.1. Get sender from factory. 2.2. Increase the deposit of the sender. Okay, so we have most of the things. Let's create rest, which is owner mac address. We can say owner, and then we have the owner salt. It's bytes 32 salt. kcak 256 abi.encode fact random string. And lastly, we need address bundler equal to mac address bundler. Okay, now okay, let's deal some eth to bundler. So un 256 amount to deal equal to 10 ether. We can pass bundler and then amount to deal. That's done. We can go to next step, which is address expected sender, no, expected account contract, expected AC address. AC is account contract. And then we can call account factory dot get address, which what does it take? It takes entry point. I know. It takes owner and the salt. Got it. Now we have this address. We can increase the deposit. So deposit to and then pass the address, expected address and value 1 ether. Okay, this is done. Now we have to create the packed user operation, which will be the most irritating part of this test. Okay, packed user operation. We have sender. Okay, let's open this file on this side I don't want to remember the whole thing. You can see those fields here, so keep that in mind. You can say expected AC address, then none's equal to 0, new account. So none's will be 0. What's next? It's init code. You can encode fact. You should create a new variable for this and then assign it, but I'm just gonna do this here only. abi.encode fact. We need to do first the address of account factory. Next, abi.encode with selector. Then abi.encode with selector. Then we need to pass the selector. Account factory dot new was the name. Yeah, new account contract. New account contract dot selector comma entry point owner and salt. Okay, next is call data, which will be which should be empty, because if both things are there, then it'll throw an error. Account gas limits. What did we put here? Okay, let's just copy this. You can copy the whole thing. We don't need to. These are standard values for gas and pre-verification, post-verification. Then paymaster and data, which will be empty in our case, and signature, which will also be mtx for now. Okay, what's the issue? Init code. Okay, yes. Now we know that. Next thing we want to do is, and we just, I'm not sure, like, do we need signature? Because we are not creating anything. Sorry, we are creating something, but it's not executing. So I'm pretty sure we don't need signature. So for now, let's just get the user operation hash, entry point dot get user operation hash, which will take user op. Yes, that's correct. Now we need to do one more thing. We need to convert this. So you can see this. The handle entry point doesn't take the single user operation. It takes user operation array. So we need to keep that in mind. User operation array. Now we can do vm.prank bundler. Okay, that's done. vm.expect emit, but we don't know. We know the signature. We know what data will be there, but we don't know what data is indexed in that particular event, which is account deployed. So what we can do is we can go and check. First two are indexed. We know all of the parameter, all of the event arguments. What should we call it? Event arguments or something like that. The data that is in the event. First two are indexed, and we know all of them. So expect emit, we can pass following values to expect emit, which is true, true, false, true, and then address of the entry point. Now okay, now we need to do the emit I entry point. We haven't imported that, so we need to do one more import, which is import I entry point from source slash interfaces slash I entry point dot soul. Okay, that's now that's done. We can say I entry point account deployed, and first was user operation hash, next was sender. In our case, that's expected AC address, then address of the factory, account factory, and last one was, what was the last one? Paymaster. So that will be in our case address 0. Okay, so now that's done. Only thing remaining is to call the entry point, handle ops, pass the user ops, and then payable bundler. Okay, hopefully that should do it. For test dash dash empty run. Okay, we didn't get the expected log. Let's see why we didn't get the expected log. Oh, deployment failed. That's cool. We passed this, we passed this. New out of gas, okay. Somewhere in that scenario, someone doesn't have enough gas. Who that would be? Like which entity is that? is custom error with this. Okay, init code failed or out of gas. I don't know why would we get that particular error, because let's go to entry point to see, not I entry point, the entry point contract, not the interface. It returns equal to address is 0. So error is happening here. Sender create. Does our account factory returns an address? Yes, it does. It does actually returns an address. Okay, then where we know where the error is, or at least we have vague idea. Let me open that. Close the create to error. Go to entry point. So create sender. That's the function which is setting address to 0. Let's see console log. Call not successful, and we can import console console okay, console from forge dash std slash console.sol. Okay, let's run the test again and see. Okay, this call this call is happening because I can see ownership transfer. It's, sorry, it's out of gas. Here we have set gas values here, right? In this part, should we increase pre-verification gas? Because this is post, sorry, this is combination of two values. Let's run it again. No, still out of gas. New account contract, that's the thing which is failing. Have we gave enough amount to bundler? where will be only one thing is passing the gas, like one entity, which is bundler. In the whole scenario, pre-verification post. Let's go to the browser and ERC4337 and what was that? EIPs. Here I want to see user operation. Okay, this is bundler. Okay, that's not the. Even if we increase that, we won't really get any use. Uh, we can't resolve the error that we have. We need to increase this verification gas limit. So first verification, then call. Okay, back to VS Code. We need to increase this. No, it's still the same thing. Same. Are we constructing the data correctly? ABI dot account factory new with selector entry point owner salt. Here entry point owner salt. Owner is address. Salt is byte 32. That's correct. Entry point is entry point. Okay. Should we try to use it with paymaster and see if that works? Okay. Uh, in the paymaster, let's see what our paymaster does. In the paymaster, we have add to whitelist, which we want to do, and then we need to construct the paymaster and data. How have we done that? Paymaster, then ABI.encode. This is the paymaster verification gas limit, and this is post op. So post op, we don't need anything. Paymaster, we can pass a random value and paymaster address. That works. Does paymaster has a constructor which takes entry point? Yeah, that should be fine. Let's import the paymaster. Import paymaster source slash samples slash paymaster dot sol. Okay, we have that. Paymaster paymaster private paymaster. Then we can go down and create paymaster equal to new paymaster entry point. Okay, that's done. We can come here and now we can put this. We just need to change this paymaster. Okay, What's the issue? Yeah, it takes address. Yeah, that works. Let's say, oh no, we can keep it here, and on this line we will add expected expected EC address. Oh, wrong. Yeah. So what we did is, here we increase the deposit of the paymaster. Here we actually satisfied the conditions of the paymaster, which is the account should be whitelisted, otherwise it won't pay for the gas. So we have done this. Now we will say ABI dot encode packed, and now address paymaster UN256. It will be, it's not concatenation, right? It's just, oh no, it is concatenation, but it's not the 16 byte 16 byte kind of thing. So let's say 200,000 and then UN250, or we can say just 0. Okay, that doesn't work because we need an actual type. Okay, let's run it. Still the same error. Was this custom error? Out, oh, custom error out of gas and custom error. Is that happening inside our account factory? So here we have deploy. Deploy has a revert, but out of this, which revert is getting executed? That's the question, right? First, second, third, or this? Okay, let's go at the top. Import console from forge dash std slash console.log. Oh, sorry, console.sol. Okay, console.log. First error, then say second error, second error, third error. Let's see if something pops up. I am not able to understand where I'm running out of gas. So account deployed, handle ops, creator sender is called correctly, account factory, new account contract is not called correctly. What is the issue? Where so we know new account is getting created. You can see new. Then it's emitting the event. This event. But then we are getting out of gas error. Let me error database solidity. There is a database like no error selector database solidity. Or is it just selector database? Yeah, it's just signature. Okay, no, nothing in that database. Okay, I'm just seeing this function event. And it says submit signature. Okay, that's not, we can ignore this. This is not relevant to our conversation. Based on what? Not based on anything. I just assume it's not related to anything we are doing. Okay, let's keep this as it is. I want to see this. So we are getting the custom error, right? But what is this whole thing? Is the custom data that is being passed? Because that's too big to, like, we haven't seen any error that has that much data inside. If we see in the create to, oh, it's a custom error, errors, insufficient balance. Okay, that can be something. Let's open a new window. Okay, you guys won't be able to see this, and I don't want to configure it. This is just the previous time when I created this. It worked perfectly. So that's why I want to check why is it not working. Okay, so let's see. Salt. We are creating salt. Factory. Factory data will be, okay. I'm adding the signature there. That's the only thing different from this. So let's create. Let's do the signature. Make account. Okay, so remember, to generate the signature we need the private key, and make account doesn't have the private key, it doesn't provide us with the private key. So we have to use make address doesn't provide the private key, make account does. So that's why we are using make account, which returns gives us data of type account which has address and the private key. Now we can just change this. So address owner, okay, that should be address. Now to generate a signature, we already know, are we, yeah, we are not hashing it, so we already have the hash. We just need to generate rs and v components and signature also. So it will be vm dot sign user operation hash, and then no, owner dot key, and then user operation hash vm. Yeah, it will return a tuple which is which has uint 8 v bytes 32 r and bytes 32s. Now we need to signature uh, encode it, encode pact rsv. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong, I don't know what. We are getting a revert which we shouldn't. Able bundle address, okay, so this is correct, this is not. Let's stop this and see what happens. It's failed again. Should we see if we are account factory new account contract dot selector entry point, then address, and then the salt. That's standard. Encode with, okay, to create it. Okay, one thing we can do is this. Instead of just doing 100,000, I pushed it to max. If that works, then we are just like you know, at least we got the different error. That's good. What we can do? Okay, we are getting out of gas error, but from a different. Yeah, so it's created. This is the address. Account deployed. We have checked it. Validate user op. Was this? That's the paymaster. We are calling paymaster, and it's giving us out of gas error. vm.bundler. Just increased the delta amount. No, bundler is not running out of gas. Is it the paymaster? Amount to deal. EVM out of gas again. Deposited. Where are we creating this issue? Because when I went from paying with entry point, paying with deposit to paying with paymaster, the account the error moved from factory to now in the paymaster. But paymaster has more than enough. Paymaster has more than enough gas to cover everything. Let's go to entry point and see A33. AA33. Okay. This is the error when validate user op is called, and there is an error in that call. This is catching it. And it gets, yeah, it's out of gas. So should we just try adding gas to everything? So let's deal gas to entry point. Wrong thing. Entry point. Let's go down and say paymaster. I know paymaster doesn't need it. Then what else? paymaster, we have bundler, paymaster, entry point. Those three things are there. I'm pretty sure this won't solve an issue. Field with 0. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, for now we can end this stream today. We'll see was there error in the tomorrow stream. Before, if I can resolve that before it, that would be great. But if not, continuing. We are continuing the debugging session in the tomorrow stream. Yeah. So I hope you like the today's stream, and looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Have a nice day and happy new year. Bye.